Hi, I'm Rob. In this video I'm going to show you how to defeat ropedart. I'm going to show you a couple of general teams just for PvP and things like that, and also a Guild Wars team as well. So if you come across this thing on Guild Wars Day, you can take it on if it's the correct colour of the day. This is an ongoing series. Last week I showed you how to defeat those book teams, or the Opus, Scripture, Tome teams, and before that how to defeat Life and Death. Now it's Ropedart's turn. Ropedart basically went to school with Life and Death. They were best buddies in the annoying weapon stake. Well, I say annoying, but they're only annoying when they're on the other team. When they're on your team, they're absolutely fantastic. But the teams I'm about to show you, you'll be able to defeat them absolutely with ease. So, first things first, let's just go over why Ropedart is so annoying and so hard to fight against. But its spell is to eliminate all armor from an enemy, no matter how much you've got. You can be on 900 armor, it will just be gone as soon as this thing casts. And then deal damage to them based on your magic level. And then pull them to first position, which not only messes up the order of the team, but also messes up your mana colours and probably the way you intended to collect them. That's bad enough, but if the enemy has this thing fully powered up, it's also going to entangle you at the same time, as well as have an extra turn. That is a nightmare. So basically you're dragged to the front, armor stripped, take damage, and entangled, so even if you get some skull matches, they're not going to make any difference because you're entangled, and it gets an extra turn. This thing needs to be shot down really quickly, and there is a way we can do that. But to show the team that it is normally associated with, it normally goes in Thief class, because you get a 50% start of mana on this, so it's already just a yellow or a blue match away from possibly being charged in one go. Really hard to fight against. And the champion talents are usually Hunt, Precision, gets 2 extra magic because it is a missile, Shadow's Call, backup, Stealthy, cannot be targeted, so that's a pain, Child of Sky, and Rising Shadows. And this is the team it's normally in. This is just one of the sort of typical kind of teams you see it against. Divine Ishbala, Killing, and Moonrabbit. Basically they've got a chance straight away, straight off the bat, with Moonrabbit to get a really good start by converting all blue gems to yellow. And then gives life to all other allies as well, which is a pain, as well as blessing the first ally. Ropedart we know about. Killing, if it gets charged, will convert a purple to red and brown to skulls and bless another 2 random allies, which again is an absolute pain, and it summons a light storm at the start of the battle, which is yellow, which is exactly what their team wants. And Divine Ishbala is super dangerous. She transforms red to skulls and green to yellow, and as well as enchant 2 random allies. So if that starts enchanting Ropedart when she casts, that's an absolute pain as well, remember, because if Ropedart does cast, then we're going to be entangled, so she can cast and change all those red to skulls, and it's going to be pretty much safe, even if they miss, because we're not going to be doing anything back because we're entangled. So how do you fight this thing? Okay, Ropedart typically comes in 2 different flavours now. You either find it in a Thief class, where it's stealthy and cannot be targeted by powerful spells aimed directly at it, or Elementalist class, because of the obvious different benefits from that. But I'm going to show different teams and how to fight it regardless of what class it's in, how to target it specifically if it's in Elementalist class, and a really effective team, how to counter Moonrabbit, and all sorts of different stuff. So let's get on with it and show the first team. Now if it's in a Thief class, the best way to hit something which is stealthy is by picking a team which concentrates on damage to all. When you've got a team that does damage to all, whether they're stealthy or not, it doesn't matter. You're still going to be hit by this weapon, or this team, whether you like it or not. And the first one I'm going to show here is a really basic team, but it is really good and fun to use at the same time. And it's also suitable for Guild Wars Blue Day. I'll show another team in a minute which is suitable for Guild Wars Green Day as well, but first up is this one. We're in Titan class, we're using the Arboreal Crystal. We may not even have to cast this weapon. The other team, the rest of the allies, can get the job done without this even needed to be used sometimes. But it does explode a load of green gems, has a summon as well, which is really nice. And we're in Titan class. We're going to be using Impact, Counter Attack, Stone Circle, Storm Aura, Rock Solid, Lightning Strike, and Fortitude in the champion talents. And we do start with a 50% mana for all giant allies, which is ourselves and the Forest Troll. So the Forest Troll only needs 12 in the first place. So now he only needs 6, which basically means a single Mana Surge on blue or brown and Forest Troll will be absolutely ready to cast right away. The idea with this team is we'll collect enough green for King Gobtruffle and Beatrix to get going. And Gobtruffle is guaranteed an extra turn, so we'll try and cast him first when we can. And then we'll basically keep the loop going by using these 3 in conjunction. I'll show that as we go along. The banners for this, I'm going for +2 blue, +1 green, -1 red. One interesting thing of note in this is even though we do have the Storm Aura here, create a dust storm at the start of the battle, is technically wasted because on this side they do have another troop somewhere. Who is it that has the storm? Not her. He summons a light storm at the start of the battle, does a killing, and because their storm is in the list after ours, because the way that storms work is the storm priority in order is 1 to 4, left to right. So we'll get our storm initially, but then it will change instantly to their storm. So you can actually go back and change that storm if you're going to use this team because it is a wasted champion talent at the moment. So let's dive in. You see at the bottom there, yeah, green, it went brown and then changed to yellow, so they get their storm instead because ours started, but then we lost it. We'll collect these 4 matches when they're there. Now, if there's a decent amount, 14 is a decent amount for Forest Troll. That is going to be a really, really high chance of getting an extra turn. Now, when you got both of these up at the same time, always cast Gobtruffle first. Reason is he's guaranteed an extra turn. It's not just a 40% chance, whatever it is, of an extra turn with Beatrix. It's a guaranteed one. And when you get this, don't actually take this if there's a bunch of green there, because that is not going to get Gobtruffle up. But if we cast this with 13 there, that is again a really high chance of an extra turn. And again, don't cast Gobtruffle now. Collect this for Forest Troll first. It's really handy if he can be ready to cast again. But we'll now cast Gobtruffle again. Take these matches. Take this one here first because this 4 match here, if you collect it, it's going to ruin this 5 match down here, which is a guaranteed Mana Surge. Again, we'll take that because we want to generate more green if we can. Now Gobtruffle's up. Now things have gone ever so slightly against us. 12 is a decent chance of an extra turn. He's a choice here. You can either do that damage from Beatrix, but I think 12 is a very good chance of an extra turn, so we'll do that, and it did work out. Now we can cast Gobtruffle again. Again, I'm not going to cast B again now. We can look around for these sort of things first. See if any more green drop down at the same time. It's actually lessened it ever so slightly, but it's no matter because Gobtruffle is up again. Now we've got 13 there, a very good chance of an extra turn again, so we'll do that. Literally B is there as a emergency like measure, and now we can cast her and pretty much win the game. So that's a really good team for just winning that kind of game really easily. I'm not sure the other side even got a turn then, to be honest. But it doesn't always work out as superbly as that. I'm just putting that caveat in there. Every team is beatable. Every team I'm going to show you is a very good team. But the way the gems drop sometimes, the way it gives the opponent a start, things like that, no team is 100% foolproof. So just bear that in mind, regardless of what team you use. So there's the first one. Okay, this second way to defeat ropedart is more for fun, really. This is just a bit of a fun team to use because it's only really viable for when you counter it in PvP. Basically, you just need to pick your favourite Explore level 12 team, that burning triple skull damage Slayer team, which is guaranteed to wipe through the team really, really quickly. You're just going to demolish it before it even has a chance to wonder what's going on. A team such as this, we're going to cast Leprechaun from the start to give ourselves some initial charge on Zolgoth and Centurion. And Centurion has a chance to devour a random enemy anyway, and if that doesn't happen, then we can convert all skulls to ×2 wild cards, which charges up Zolgoth normally really, really quickly, who then kills someone outright and burns them. Creates all those skulls, which with the Slayer class, we're going to then have triple skull damage on this, and if those skulls connect, we can start wiping out the enemy really quickly, as well as these two end up basically charging up each other to a certain degree. So this is usually really fast. It's a basically fight fire with fire kind of method of defeating Rope Dart. It's like, don't worry about what they've got, let them worry about what you can do to them. Right, they've had a good start there, but not as good as what we're going to do to them. We're going to get rid of Ishbala straight away. We've got triple burning skull damage now. 2 of them have already gone. We'll do that anyway, just for fun. Zul is up already. We'll cast Zul, get rid of that. Triple skull damage, game over. Really easy, really quick. But again, any team, that can go wrong if you don't get the ideal start and it gives them the ideal start instead. But it usually works 9 times out of 10, I would say. Right, while Rope Dart is still in Thief class, so it's stealthy and can't be targeted, I'm going to show a hybrid style team. This is a team that attacks all still, but has some countering elements in it at the same time. This is really handy. We've got Queen Beatrix doing the damage and Essence of Evil providing extra damage and protection too. But Spirit Fox is really handy, and this is an all green team as well. This is a green team which is pretty good for fighting Rope Dart on, if you encounter it on Green Day. Spirit Fox is basically kryptonite to Rope Dart and its buddies. It not only drains mana from an enemy, then it also removes all yellow gems from the board and deals true damage boosted by those gems removed. So this is really annoying to a team like this. So say for example, for a start look, you've got 3 allies that use yellow mana, so they really want yellow, and Moonrabbit generally provides that, converting all blue to yellow. But if we take away all those yellow, then there's no way they can get a 4 match. It is literally impossible, otherwise it would have matched already. That's logic. And drains its mana at the same time, so if the board starts in an uncontrollable way, as it does sometimes, with them giving them a 4 match on the left hand side and a 4 match on the right hand side, it means they're going to get one or the other, and you are absolutely in a world of trouble straight away. It's always worth putting in Spirit Fox in this kind of situation, because you can actually stop that. It does give you a chance. Sometimes these teams start like this and you've literally got no chance from the starting board, and it is over before a single match has been made. But with Spirit Fox, it does give you some hope. So we've got Spirit Fox as the counter defense, and we've got Leprechaun giving us some initial charge on mana should we need it, and then, as I say, Essence of Evil and Queen Beatrix providing the damage and protection. Archer class, we're going for Hunt, Precision, Root Trap. That may not be any good, but we'll wing it, because if Rabbit decides to cast, that does bless the first ally, which is going to take away that Root Trap. Nature's Aura, Wall of Vines, Dodge, and Thieves Guild. So let's jump in. Obviously we can stop Moonrabbit from cleansing Divine Ishbala straight away by casting Moonrabbit on her. That's not a bad way to go. But sometimes I like to let it waste its cast. If there's no blue to yellow conversion on a 4 match, then I do like to let it cast sometimes and let it waste its charge. But just for effect, I'm going to show this casting. We'll target it on the Spirit Fox, take away yellow, and they're no longer able to cast. Ishbala is still entangled, which is handy, because if she gets to charge up, then basically we can be in a bit of bother. But now that's up, we've got our weapon up. Not our weapon, yeah, it is our weapon, sorry. We'll cast that on Ishbala for extra protection, and now we'll just see what happens with Beatrix. If you get lucky with her, she can loop indefinitely, which is really nice. We've got Spirit Fox up again. We can now target, kill him with that, say, you're not casting, matey boy. Yep, they got to cast their Rope Dart, but it is what you have to roll with sometimes. They are going to get to do that kind of thing now and again. All we need is a 4 match to get Beatrix cleansed. She's cleansed herself. Sometimes these fights against Rope Dart aren't going to be pretty, but hey, it's all about getting the win against these awkward opponents sometimes. Lots of brown there, it's a good chance for this to be really effective. And we'll shot down a rabbit now. Don't want them to give them any more life. They've got a backup. They've got another rope dart in there. So remember, this thing is still, while it's stealthy, so it is an awkward thing to fight. It's not giving us any blue at the moment. We'll see if we can create some. Right, that's made it a little bit better. Right, come on, B, do your stuff. Get some loot going. I've got one life and it's done. So yeah, it wasn't pretty, but it was a win. Rope Dart did get to cast a couple of times, which can be an issue, but we survived it. So it's not perfect, but it is okay. So the next teams I'm going to show are almost pure counters and a way to control the board against Rope Dart. As I said earlier in the video, you do get now Rope Dart in Elementalist class quite often, for the obvious benefits of that. When you're in Elementalist class, you get to stun, freeze, burn and entangle a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems, which can be an absolute nightmare. Elementalist class is really popular now. It's a really good defense, but a team like this is a really good way to fight against it. The teams I showed earlier that do damage to all are still totally viable against Elementalist class on this, but a team like this is really good because basically we've got about 5 different chances to get our team charged up absolutely right away. And the reason is we're in Titan class, so we still got that 50% start on Forest Troll and Essence of Evil. And we're going to be using a +2 green banner, which means any mana surge on green and we are ready to cast absolutely straight away. And because they're in Elementalist class, they won't be stealthy. We can chuck this on their Rope Dart absolutely straight away. If we fail on any sort of mana surge on green straight away, we can look to Amalcandessa. Converts yellow to green, starts with full mana. So again, we'll look for any 4 or 5 matches on that, which could get Essence of Evil charged up right away. And failing that, we can look to Forest Troll. He's going to start with 50% mana, remember, so he's already got 6 out of his required 12, which means any mana surge on blue or brown, and that's going to have him ready to cast again to fill up Essence of Evil to cast. Failing that, we can cast Leprechaun. He's going to explode a load of green and provide mana for the whole team. So Essence of Evil the first chance, Amalcandessa the second, a mana surge on blue or brown third and fourth, and Leprechaun on the 5th. So very high chance of getting this charged up right away and then thrown on Rope Dart and then just killing almost the point of their team really quickly. So like I say, we're in the +2 green banner. I think it was +2 green, +1 brown. Can't remember. Can see. So we've got benefits. We've got +3 green. Yeah, +1 brown and minus on the red. Alright, so what have we got? Not a lot is what we got. So we'll take a look at this first. Yellow to green, is that anything? We've got a 3 match there. A 3 match there. Now 2 3 matches on green, remember, will actually be enough to get Essence of Evil charged. So we'll do that even though it's not a 4 match. That is something to remember sometimes. A lot of people only ever cast them kind of weapons when they're guaranteed a 4 match, and it's not always the way to go. Alright, even though this is about shutting Rope Dart down, Ishbala is almost just as dangerous, so we're going to throw it on her first because she was blessed. That is now gone. There's only 9 green there. That's not a major chance to get a 50% chance. I mean, a extra turn, I'd say it's about 40% chance, but it did work out pretty good. We can now get this as well, get an extra load, some green from that, which we didn't really need. But now we can throw that on Rope Dart, and that has actually got Rope Dart killed at the same time. And we've actually, that's the only thing about Essence of Evil. Obviously, Lycanthropy is one of the benefits, which is a negative status effect, and we've changed them into a beast. No, it's not as bad as Divine Ishbala, but that is the only thing about Essence of Evil now. Actually works against you. And this is the other thing that's really good about having a Forest Troll here. His first trait, Inflict Entangle, when doing skull damage is really handy. So even if when that beast was Ishbala, got to cast, if they're entangled, then they're not going to be doing any significant damage whatsoever. See, they've tried all them skulls, but they were entangled. They're going to try it again, but it makes no difference because they're entangled. Now, have we got any yellow to green? I am not seeing anything of majorness. Nope, nothing really going there, so we'll take this 4-match first, see if that creates anything else. Always check for the conversions before you take something like this, because quite often there may have been something there in the first place which you then changed by taking that, so it doesn't always go in your favour to just play quickly sometimes. And I know I can talk because I am the world heavyweight champ of playing too fast sometimes and messing things up. Look, I didn't check entirely properly then, got to be honest, but it's only a demo video, so I'm not playing as if my life depends on it. Alright, let's get rid of that. I should have cast on rope dart, really. I'm making a couple of mistakes in this game, to be honest. Got the conversion now. Create some more green. Can now get that on rope dart. Again, it's not the quickest thing in the world. Sometimes it can be. It can be really fast sometimes. But it's the way the luck of the gems goes. There we go. We've got 2 killed in one go then. None of these teams are going to be 100%. You know, that's just the way it is. No team is 100%. There's no team in history in Gems of War which has never ever lost a battle. Anybody that says there is talking nonsense. It's all to do with a lot of the gems and how they drop sometimes. So there's that team. So the last team I'm going to show is another good countering team. This time we're going to use the Grey King. Grey King is a really good counter to these rope dart style teams. And for you're not familiar with what he does, he destroys all gems of a chosen colour. Then all enemies of that colour take true damage and are mana drained, silenced and frozen. So this works even if they're in the stealthy mode, so in Thief class. So a really good one for that. Elementalist, Thief, doesn't matter. This team is still going to work really well. We're still using a Forest Troll to give ourselves some green for Essence of Evil, but we're backed up by Thrall creating a load of mana and the Grey King doing that spell. The reason it works so well is 3 of this team use yellow. So when we cast Grey King and we select yellow, yes, we're not getting that mana gen from the yellow, but that doesn't matter. All 3 of this are going to be mana drained, silenced and frozen and take that damage at the same time. So it's a really good way of going about this. So I'll jump straight in and show you how to do this, because this is probably quite a long video with all these different teams being shown, but it is what it is. Right, so we'll check for Rabbit doing a blue to yellow. They've got a really good benefit here, so we definitely want to put a stop to that. I'll do it this way because we're going to drop this purple down at the same time. Now we can cast Thrall, and if we get the troops up that we want, then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Okay, they had a little bit of benefit from that, and as you can see now they've got Ishbala ready to cast. Rope Dart is near ready to cast, but we'll take that because that is too good to miss. But now we'll cast the Grey King. We will cast this, we'll select yellow. This is going to affect all yellow enemies. Bash, take that. Mana drain, silenced and frozen, and you took some damage as well. Now we've nearly got our weapon up again, so we'll take that first. Then we'll cast Thrall, so that's going to probably get Essence of Evil up at the same time. Now, because there's so much yellow there, the chances are that this is going to give us a lot of mana gen, because we don't use it, but it clears so many gems from the board that there's bound to be a good match somewhere, and there was, and they've already taken another big hit there. We'll take that because that's got the Grey King up again. Let's cast the Grey King up again. Now we just killed 3 of them in one go, and Rope Dart was absolutely not an issue. Now we've just got to worry about the little rabbit. Cast Essence of Evil on that, and his rabbiting times have been changed to frog times. So rabbit or frog, we don't care. We'll just chuck him on that again. Just take that. I don't care what you change. But little tip here: if you forget what colour mana they use. Like with all that stuff going on, you literally can't see a thing on there. So you can press the button which brings up their thing, you look at it and you can see, okay, they use green. I can cast that on green and do some load of damage and kill them off because they're getting extra damage because of the Essence of Evil effect. Right, well there's all my teams. I know it was a long video, but there's a whole bunch of teams there to get your teeth into. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, then click that like and subscribe button because that works in your favour too. If it's in your liked history list, then you can come back to this for reference really quickly in the future. There you go. Thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.